being in the same place for 7 years has its benefits, of course, but to now have a transition into a new club, a new environment, new objectives, it's like the reset button in a lot of ways. So I'm just excited to be here, to have settled in so easily with the guys and the city. It's a wonderful sports city, so I'm just excited to get going, to be a part of a new project and a new environment. The cool thing about New England, it's one of the original teams. It's been 26 years since the team's been in MLS, and obviously not been able to win an MLS Cup. So that's been a cool challenge for me to be a part of a club that's been in the league ever since the league started. Every fan knows about the New England Revolution, and they've had a great, rich history, but haven't been able to get over the hump. So for me, the idea of looking for a new challenge, if it was going to be stateside, was having that in mind, going to a place that was hungry and is looking to do everything they can in the time frame to try to win that trophy. So I thought the challenge was great. I thought it was something different. And then the quality of the team right now. For the time I've signed, you look around the guys that will be here as well, or that are signed throughout that time, I thought made it really appealing as well, to be able to play with Adam, to be able to play with Gustavo, Carlos, Andrew Farrell's terrific, Matt Polster. I mean, there's a number of guys. You look on the wings, Brandon Bai and Dewan. There's a lot of talent there, and to be able to come into a group like this that's kind of on the same time frame as me, I thought was pretty exciting. New England's always been a tough team to play. That's no different than when I was at Toronto than 16 years ago. It's never an easy place to come. Always have good quality players, smart players. So I think that's kind of carried on. You look at this team; it's a very smart team. They know what they're good at, and yeah, to see them have that type of season, I think it was needed for the franchise to kind of reconfirm what they're all about and what they're trying to go for. And now I think you have that out of the way, having that success. It's obviously about trying to get an MLS Cup now. So Bruce is a winner. He's won everywhere he's gone, and so that's the idea. You want to be in a place that is going to do everything to try to win, and things are going to be run the right way. Things around the club are going to be great, because that's what Bruce does from top to bottom. He kind of looks at everything and says, how can we make it better? And so you want to be in a place where somebody at the very top is looking to do that day in and day out. You don't have that many places in MLS, so that was a big part of it, knowing him. And then his DNA is all about winning. So you want to be in a place where you're going to be pushed every day, challenged, game by game, analyzed, critiqued by a guy that needs no introduction.
And I'm sure you've had all these conversations with Bruce, and you talked about it a little bit yesterday, but just what have the conversations been like about kind of your role within this group, what it is that Bruce sees from you in terms of kind of expectations joining this group for 2022?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong team. I've seen that from afar. I've known that for quite some time in terms of New England over the years. And so for me, it's just more of trying to help, take pressure off the two-headed horse we have, three-headed horse with Carlos Gil as well, and just trying to find ways when I get into games to be effective, right? To get goals, to kind of take attention off these guys. So that'll be my focus. That'll be, what I try to do week in and week out, and just try to help elevate this team in any way I can. I think, like you said last year, team was close, winning the Supporters Shield, but now it's about that little tournament within the league, which is MLS Cup playoffs, and trying to make a deep run in that.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've never been on an MLS roster that had two other 15-goal scorers coming off of last season. So what's that going to be like, just kind of being with that group every day? Obviously, you guys are going to be working together on the field on Saturday nights, but at the same time, kind of battling each other for playing time and training every day.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know what my role is coming in here in terms of these guys are two established strikers and starters on the team, so I have no issue there. But that was kind of the appeal, because, it'll demand you to come into work every day and be at a certain level, It'll demand you to come into the games and trying to really leave your mark on games. So that's what I wanted. That's what I feel like I needed at this point in my career. And again, to be a part of a team that is a contender, right? So finding ways to complement these guys, which I think I can do. So I'm excited to already get to work with them on the training field, and I just look forward to getting to know them better, their habits, and hopefully creating a good partnership with all three of those guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so you mentioned Carlos as well. Obviously, one of the reasons Gustavo and Adam are banging in 15 goals a year is because they got Carlos providing some of that service. So what have been kind of your initial impressions of training with Carlos a little bit, and how excited are you to get out on the field with last year's MVP?
Yeah, no surprise. From day one, I saw he's an incredibly quality player. I mean, obviously playing against him, you see it, but seeing him every day, He's a quality player. He just doesn't waste any touches. He doesn't waste time on the ball. He plays the right way. You know, he's a player that positionally gives you not only attacking but defensively. He can work in the structure. So it's definitely nice to play with him, and he's just on another level. He's a player that's very, very good, very, very talented, as we've seen. And yeah, I'm very impressed with just his overall play. He's not just an attacker that stands up there. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a strong boy. Obviously has an eye for the final pass, and yeah, just been really impressed with how his all-around game is really, really strong.
You mentioned yesterday on the media call that this is one of the best locker rooms you've been a part of, and I know you've only been with the group for a week or two, but how important was that for you when kind of figuring out the next move too, to know that you're going to be heading into a locker room that basically every guy we talk to in there says that it's more like a family than anything else?
Yeah, that's huge. You know, I wanted to be in a place where, you know, as much as I want to win, I'm 32, and who knows how much longer I have left in this game. So I want to make sure that I'm enjoying myself, right? I'm enjoying coming to work every day. I'm enjoying these experiences, and these guys, just from minute one, you can see there's no egos. Everybody works. Everybody's professional. Nobody gets treated better than anybody else, and that's kind of what I wanted to experience. You know, I've always been in locker rooms where it was just very different in terms of the way certain guys were treated and certain things. So to be in a place like this, it's very refreshing, and I'm very excited to hopefully build on that and be a part of that for the next few years.
Yeah, and then just finally, you mentioned that work motivation. You're at a stage of your career where you've accomplished so much. You've played in some of the biggest leagues in the world. You've played in 2 World Cups. You've won MLS Cup. You've won a Supporter Shield. You've kind of accomplished a lot of those team and individual objectives. So what's kind of the daily motivation for you every day? When you wake up and you're coming into work, what's kind of driving you every day?
Yeah, to like I said, New England has been one of the original MLS clubs and hasn't won an MLS Cup. So you try to find places where you look for challenges. You look for places that are going to push you. And to come to a place that hasn't won, what's going to be the demand? That's what everybody's going to try to be working towards. So that's the motivation, trying to come here and build and be a part of a culture that wants to get over that hump. So that's what motivates me every day coming in here. And it's a wonderful sports city. So many passionate fans about the Boston area, about the Boston sport team. So I'm just really excited to be a part of it, and I look forward to what's to come.